Did you know that during the 2007 writers' strike, Steve Carell, in solidarity with the writers, called out sick from the office with a case of enlarged balls? I wonder what his excuse was this year. Did you know that for the first season of Friends, the writers originally wanted the famous coffee shop Central Perk to be a diner, but later changed it as they felt the coffee shop would be more cozy? Apparently, no one told them the show was going to be this way. Did you know the iconic Breaking Bad character Jesse Pinkman was originally going to be killed off at the end of the first season, but the character was so popular with both the writers and the audience that they decided to make him a mainstay? If he had died, Aaron Paul probably never would have been the star of the hit 2014 film Need for Speed. Did you know that the iconic Seinfeld theme song was originally disliked by producers? Creator Larry David had to fight to let the show even use it. I bet he was thinking, what's the deal with network executives? Did you know that the pilot episode of Lost was so expensive at $14 million that the network president was fired for greenlighting it? Don't worry, he found another job. Did you know that the writers of the show Arrested Development originally intended the character of Anne to be played by a different actress in each episode to show how forgettable she truly was? After the first season, they decided to stick with Mae Whitman for the rest of the show, but in that first season, she was played by a different actress. Her? Did you know that the character of Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory was based on a real person that the show's creator knew? He must have been a really cool guy. Did you know that contrary to popular belief, Squidward is actually an octopus and goes by the name Octo in some foreign dubs? What are they going to tell us next, that SpongeBob's pants are actually round? Did you know, in the Black Mirror episode Playtest, there's a contract that reads, if you paused to read this, you will die unless you forward this on to 5 people within a 28-day period. Well, I guess you guys better get to it. Did you know that while filming The Mandalorian in 2019, the crew ran out of stormtrooper costumes? In order to film the scene, they reached out to a local Star Wars fan organization whose members came in their own homemade stormtrooper outfits. It marked the first time in history that being a Star Wars nerd got you on TV. Did you know that the original title for Saturday Night Live was actually just Saturday Night because of an existing show at the time called Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell? This explains why the opening line is, live from New York, it's Saturday night. But it doesn't explain Pete Davidson. Did you know that the original title of The Simpsons was actually The Simpsons Shorts, as it started as a series of short cartoons on the already existing Tracy Ullman show? Fox executives greenlit the show even though they weren't sure it was going to be successful. Now, 1 movie, 2 theme park lands, and 35 seasons later, they're still not sure it's going to be successful. Did you know, in the TV series Community, the characters reference Beetlejuice multiple times? However, the 3rd time they say the name Beetlejuice is in a Halloween episode, where the character appears in the background right when they say his name. That joke took 2 years to set up, kind of like this one. Did you know that Chris Hansen, the host of To Catch a Predator, the show where predators were caught with a hidden camera sting operation, was fired from NBC after he was caught cheating on his wife? With a hidden camera sting operation! You can't make this stuff up. Did you know that out of the 403 episodes of The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross, 91% of them contain at least one happy tree, and 100% of them result in at least one happy me? Did you know that before Is It Cake, there was a Japanese TV series called Candy or Not, where celebrities had to guess if items were made of candy or real? And unlike Is It Cake, instead of cutting it with a knife, they had to bite into it. And I could make a joke, or I could just let you watch a little bit. Did you know that in Season 5 of Silicon Valley, a bunch of binary appears on the screen? When translated, that binary reads, find a hobby for God's sakes.
What's a hobby?
Did you know, in season 4 of The Office, when Jim signs Meredith's pelvis cast, he accidentally signed it John Krasinski and not Jim Halpert? The only thing I can say to that is, did you know that during the casting of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar originally auditioned for and almost got the role of Cordelia, who was played by Charisma Carpenter? Charisma Carpenter, however, originally auditioned for the role of Buffy, who was played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Apparently, the main problem was Charisma Carpenter had never actually killed a vampire. Did you know that in The X-Files, David Duchovny played Mulder, a believer in intelligent alien life, and Gillian Anderson played Scully, a skeptic? However, in real life, Duchovny is a skeptic and Anderson believes in extraterrestrial life. Interestingly enough, the alien versions of Mulder and Scully both don't believe in humans.